And want to give your space a stylish new look for fall, but don't want to break the bank? Designer Christian Dare is here to show us how we can have a monochromatic family room that will have everyone feeling warm and cozy. And to me, I love this. Like, I gravitate towards this. I love this, especially when it gets colder.
Yep.
How do we figure out how to pick a color?
Well, before we even pick a color, so you love this, but I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And for the audience, because I see lots of color out there.
Yes.
How many of you have intense colors in your home, though?
No. No, they're giving me a lot of no's.
Yeah, people are scared of color in their homes. I don't know why. Like, literally, as you walk in, you realize how joyful color is. It makes you feel warm. We get scared. I don't know why. It's a gallon of paint. It's not that expensive, guys.
Feels like a commitment, but then when you do it, I think you're so happy that you did
Exactly. So I always say start with paint because it's actually one of the most affordable ways to update your space. Now, you may not want to do your painting every season.
Right.
I would. I get bored quickly with color, want a new color again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great color from Benjamin Moore. It's called Deep Burgundy. It's a classic color. It's great for fall, and it's actually great right into spring.
Yeah.
You just add in more colorful accessories for the spring season.
Absolutely.
So it's a great way to do it. And then one of the latest trends all the designers are doing is paint out your trim, paint out your fireplace. Now, I know this scares some people if you've got a beautiful oak fireplace. You don't have to paint it. I might. But paint it out the same color as the wall. It actually looks richer. It looks much fancier than if it was just a white painted mantle.
Absolutely. Okay, since we've been talking about the fireplace, talk to us about styling this mantle.
Yeah, so I think it's fall. I think it really is time to update your mantle styling. So the first trick everyone always says is hang some art over the mantle, which you can see I did not do.
You didn't do that.
No.
You don't follow rules,
I don't follow rules very well at all my entire life. So first, I would always start with a painting on your mantle if you want. You can lean it, you could hang it. If you've got a non-working fireplace, I actually think it's great to put the artwork in the fireplace.
It's beautiful.
Right, it really brightens it up instead of that sort of dark hole down below. And because we filled the top so maximalist style with stuff, you don't need the art up there.
Yes.
So often they'll say rules of three. You can see I didn't follow any of those rules of three.
You didn't.
But basically the concept of rules of three is about balance. So it's about doing heavy pieces, light pieces, heavy pieces, right? So you still get that balance. And then I say for an affordable update for fall, if you've already got the different vases, it's adding in some faux florals.
Yes.
So the biggest trend right now is dried grasses and then faux grasses. So can you tell which is a faux grass and which is a dried grass?
Well,
like what's natural dried and what's completely faux?
Maybe this is natural dried and maybe the rest are faux. I don't know.
So that one is faux.
Okay.
So you can get those from $9.99 at HomeSense, so a great deal. And then these are dried natural grasses that they've dyed for $7.99. So that's like a great price point, a great update.
Yeah.
The advantage of the faux is it probably will last you longer without sort of shedding. But a good trick for these is a little hairspray, and they won't shed as much.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
So the hairspray your hair and then do your faux grass. Okay. What can we update if we don't have a fireplace?
So one of the great things to update if you've done your art is your floor. So I always say update your carpets for fall. In spring, I actually take away most of my carpets for hardwood floors and bring them back for fall.
Yeah.
But if you're one of those people who has like a sisal rug or a natural grass rug or even sort of a more plain fall, I say add another layer.
Okay.
So this is a great new rug. It's actually a digital print to look like a vintage rug, so it's actually washable, this one.
Oh, I love that.
Also a HomeSense fine, and it looks worn in. It really warms up the space. And don't be scared to layer those rugs. It's a great way to get, like I even throw this little faux fur one in the middle just to add that extra texture and that fun for fall.
We have a sisal in our dining room, which is like it's in need of some love and care. It really needs to go, but I would put this over top of it for fall.
We could DIY something for you.
Yeah, maybe we could. But I love that idea of just adding a bit of that because you want more coziness and comfort anyways. You're walking around your house barefoot. So how do we keep our monochromatic living room feeling extra cozy? Because sometimes monochromatic can also read a little bit flat, right?
So a couple of the tricks I always say with monochromatic, because I think people sometimes take it too literally.
Yes.
They think it needs to be the same red on everything.
Yeah.
So one of the tricks, which I think you asked about before, was like, work within the same shades, but it's fine to add in those little hits of pink, which I think people think is unexpected, the little hits of yellow and orange, because it's still within that monochromatic story. You're just kind of moving back and forth in the color wheel.
You're staying warm.
You're staying warm, and it's adding other things like, for example, I threw in these great, it's a new trend, colored candles. So you can actually get those at HomeSense, switch out those white ones. It's a really easy update. It looks sculptural, it looks organic. It's a great way to do it. And then, of course, by adding in texture.
Yes.
You know the easiest update
Pillows,
for fall.
pillows,
Pillows. Yeah, I think I have a pillow closet at home, so if anyone needs any extra, come to my house. I have every color story you can imagine. But one of the tricks is they've got great 2-packs, which are really affordable. And I always say don't be scared to mix colors and mix prints.
Okay.
So even at my house, I know we only mix 2 here. I think on my sofa I now have like 10 prints on my sofa.
Yeah.
But It's because they're all two-toned prints.
Got
so when
it.
you're working with a two-tone print, it doesn't get as busy, right? Like this looks like it should live together, right? Because it's not too much print on print on print. You've got some great luxe fabrics, which is nice. I always say throw in some extra, which I know you love. Great floor seating.
I love it. We barely use the furniture because we're always on the ground because the dog's there. We want to cuddle with the dog, and the dog can't come on the couch, so we come down to the ground.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's something really comfy about having big, oversized pillows everywhere and having blankets always. We're like a very, we want to be wrapped in a blanket.
Yeah, and I even
most
say
of
don't be
us.
scared to stack some of those pillows on the floor to encourage people to lounge.
Absolutely.
And then, throw in some great throws. You can see this may seem like a faux pas in some people's world, but mixing different, like a great luxe faux fur, and then a great sort of textural hand-woven piece. So you get those mixing of fabrics that adds to that coziness layer.
I love it. It's so cozy. Christian, these are amazing tips to make your space feel really